Our next story is about the United Kingdom, a permanent member of the UN Security Council, a so-called world power, though increasingly the UK is looking like a tug in the world of geopolitics. This country has a long history of colonial atrocities, which they refuse to apologize for. They have museums filled with colonial loot, which they refuse to return, and now they have a new feather in their cap. London has become the dirty money capital of the world. We are not the ones saying this. Britain's very own Deputy Foreign Secretary has made a rare admission. He says nearly 40% of the world's dirty money goes through London. Here's our report.
Belgravia, Knightsbridge and Mayfair. 3 of London's wealthiest districts in Westminster. Buying a home there means you have arrived in life. But you may also find yourself living next to a Russian neighbor. It is often called Westminster's dirty secret. Russia and the United Kingdom share an adversarial relationship, but wealthy Russians have a fondness for the City of London. They are among the biggest buyers of luxury properties there. Rich Russians have bought over $500 million worth of properties in Westminster alone. Why are Russians drawn to London? The reason goes beyond the city's appeal. For years now, Russians have used London as a washing machine to clean their dirty money. One of the easiest ways to do that is to buy a really expensive property. The purchase brings a host of benefits.
London, and the United Kingdom more generally, became an absolute pole of attraction for Russian businessmen who had made a great deal of money out of the disintegration of the old Soviet Union, often, one has to say, in some very dubious circumstances by Western standards, to come to this country because they found it a pleasant place to do business, a pleasant place to invest, and in many cases a very pleasant place to live and indeed educate their children.
The Russian oligarchs have been investing in London for decades now. In recent years, more people have followed this Russian model. Andrew Mitchell is UK's Deputy Foreign Secretary. He claims nearly 40% of the world's black money is being cleaned by London. Mitchell revealed this cash is often stolen from developing countries and regions like Africa, often by corrupt businessmen, politicians and warlords. They funnel this cash into London from tax havens like British Virgin and Cayman Islands. So when it reaches a British bank account, the money appears squeaky clean. Till 2022, more than $125 billion worth of questionable money was coming to the UK every year. At one point, the government was even rewarding these questionable investors with golden visas. That scheme has been abolished now. The British government has tried to make changes and turn off the dirty money tap. But London has failed to make any substantial progress. The checks and balances in the current form lack teeth, and in some cases, the UK has given refuge to not just the black money, but also to the individuals who embezzle it. Case in point, Vijay Mallya and Nirav Modi, 2 prominent Indian businessmen accused of stealing money from India to the tune of millions of dollars. New Delhi has declared both Mallya and Modi fugitive economic offenders. India has been pursuing their extradition for years now. So far, there hasn't been much headway in either case. And if the British government keeps dragging its heels, the financial fugitives will keep exploiting the London loophole to their advantage. Firstpost reports from the world's second largest continent. Hello, I'm Alison Lagrange. A very warm welcome from Durban, South Africa. We get you the news and the newsmakers from Africa. South Africa goes to the polls on the 29th of May. I will track the election and bring you ground reports. Is it the end of the road for the African National Congress? And will former President Jacob Zuma stage a dramatic comeback? From elections to climate change to innovations and opportunities. As the world's attention shifts, we report from Africa, the heart of the global south. Join me every weekday live on Firstpost.